Hi, my name is Caitlin Madsen, and this is my learning and teaching interaction number 1 for chapter 1 to 16, 18 in the appendix A. For chapter 1, some things I found really interesting were in the overviews of family life education, where we can use skills to become effective ambassadors of family science. It listed several things that help us to do that, and those include information relevant to individuals, couples, and families across the lifespan is provided by the ambassador. Guidance given is based on felt needs, draws on material from many fields, and is multi-professional in its practice. It's offered in many venues, including community workshops, video and print media, publications, the internet, and many other settings. It's educational rather than therapeutic, it's respectful of diverse values, and requires qualified family life educators to realize its goals. Something really struck out to me in that, and that's that it is educational rather than therapeutic. We are not counselors, we are providing information and helping people to make their own decisions based off of scientific help. Family life education began a long time ago. I was really interested to learn that self-help books started in the 1800s and how-to books in the 1850s, and then child and mother groups that eventually became the PTA started soon after that. People have been searching for resources and ways to better their lives and their relationships for a long time. The cooperative extension system is an educational delivery system that would transmit knowledge about families to the masses. And that's really the beginning of the family life education. There are several approaches to family life education, and a couple that stood out to me were experts, which are people who have knowledge and education, who are trained to teach others who don't have that knowledge. Facilitators have no specific agenda, and it's mostly participative-led. And the collaborator is an in-between the expert and facilitator, where participants and educators work together to help find the best solutions and methods for people to better their lives and relationships. In Chapter 2 of marketing, we learned that the effective programs in prevention education for family life education are theory-driven. They provide sufficient dosage and intensity. They're comprehensive and actively engaging. These programs and models are created to best approach the needs of the individual participants in their families. Chapter 16 was about marketing, and something I found interesting was that there's underwhelming participation in family life education, even though it is such a great resource for people. The marketing aspects were broken down into 4 P's of product, price, place, and promotion. And product is the education opportunities that we're providing. Price is clearly what it costs. The place is where this can partake or take place, and then the promotion of how it's being marketed and how it's being presented. In Chapter 18, we learned about improving family life education. The 5 issues in that chapter are professionalization, program rigor, program effectiveness, marketing, and reaching the neediest audiences. Also, it addressed diverse audiences and making sure that these resources are available to minorities. In Appendix A, we learn the principles of empathy, agency, momentum, loss, integrity, movement, goodness, chaos, readiness for change, discovery, synergy, legacy, and evil. And evil really stood out to me, and I would like to share a portion of the reading. It said, to ignore evil is to be unprepared for the challenges of life. Each of us can be forgiven for an occasional self-serving pursuit of personal goals. None of us is totally selfless. Some individuals, though, have made a choice to commit themselves to self-serving goals, destructive behavior, and indifference to human suffering. Although not inherently evil, children who are not treasured, nurtured, and loved can become inhumane. Even though individuals with this destructive personality are a distinct minority, their presence has to be acknowledged and understood. And I thought that was particularly interesting because these are the resources we're trying to provide to people would help to prevent this from happening. Families should have resources to help them best cope with their problems and to be productive and helpful in their interactions. And that's what we can help them do through family relations classes or through workshops that are provided, not to give them suggestions of ways to behave. It's not therapy, it's not counseling, it's providing resources to help them make their best decisions. And I'm looking forward to learning more.